Hey guys, it's Emma. Welcome back to my channel. I've seen people talk about their top 5 vendors, and I thought I would quickly make a video about my top 5 favorites. I post videos frequently, not all the time, because it's just time management, and also I get nervous in front of the camera and I just ramble, and I feel like I don't make sense when I talk. So you can follow me on Instagram. I'll tag my profile below, so you can follow me there, because that's where I share most of my what I melt in a day and my candles and stuff like that. So I'll tag my Instagram below. But I've seen everyone talk about their top 5 vendors, and this was hard for me because I do enjoy trying new vendors, and I also enjoy some of these vendors that I have bought from, from the past, because I started my wax journey 2 years ago, and some of these vendors I buy from every now and then, but some of these I buy pretty frequently. I need to stop. I have a problem, but I'm really excited to share my top 5. Again, it was hard, but I might have some honorable mentions at the end, because I'm like, I have a small amount of their wax and it performs really good, but they don't always have things available, or they only make it for friends and family. So yeah, we're gonna start my first vendor, and I don't have my favorites out. I just picked the package up, and I'm just gonna say the vendor, because I have so many of these scents that I really don't have a favorite. Let's just say that, because there's so many blends I love from these vendors that I'm like, ooh, I like this one more than this one. Then I'm like, oh no, I like this one more. So it's hard. So I'm just gonna show the vendor, and yeah. Okay, so number 1, I think we already all know, Lavender and Speckles. I can't tell you how much I love this vendor. I have purchased from her after watching Charity Rose's video of her buying a few scents from her Etsy shop, and once I watched her video, I was like, ooh, I want to order some things. So she has some things on her Etsy shop, and I purchased them, and I fell in love with what I purchased. And her wax performed so well in my house that I was like, okay, I need to get my hands on more. So since then, I've been purchasing from her every time, even if it's just a small amount. I've just been purchasing a lot from her, and none of her scents have disappointed me at all. Like, they've blew my socks off, because they're so good and they perform so well in my house. And she does have a pre-order going on this weekend, and I can say that I went in twice and purchased scents, because she has her fall winter blends and also Gilmore Girl blends, which I've never tried her Gilmore Girl blends. I got a sample of Yale versus Harvard from the last pre-order, and I loved it. It's so unique. Yeah, so her scents are very unique, and I think they just describe her. Like, she is just such a creative, unique person, so kind, and she caters to everyone's scent preference. And even if she has a pre-order list and somebody says, oh, I want to try this, and she said, we'll make that happen, and she'll add it to the list, or she'll say, we'll make it happen and add it to the next one. Like, she's so efficient with her customer service. She's so kind. She's a godly woman, because she has Bible verses on her bags as well, which I do love. I love to read these. Every time I see one of her bags, I have to read the Bible verse. But yeah, but this is one of my favorite scents from her, is the Cinnamon Pecan and Palo. I got it from her last pre-order. It's good. I got a large bag in this one. Okay, if I keep rambling, I will keep rambling on about her, because again, I love her wax. I'm like her #1 fan. If anyone asks me like, what wax do you prefer, I'll be like, Lavender and Speckles. And I will invite people, my family and friends. I'm like, you want wax? Buy from her, because she has things always available, RTSs and pre-orders. She's amazing, and I'll keep rambling on about her all day if I could. Okay, So these are not by order or anything, but I just thought I would mention Lavender and Speckles first because she's my favorite right now, like my all-time favorite. And I would say she'll probably stay there, but yeah, she's my favorite. So next I would have to say is Teddy Bees. And I recently started buying Teddy Bees last year because I can never get my hands on it. Like, I follow the Facebook group, but I guess I was just never seeing the posts for her pre-orders or RTS, or I was working and totally forgot about it. But just this year I've been getting Teddy Bees wax, and let me tell you, I love her wax. Love it. This is just one of the new loaves I got from her recent RTS. I am getting a couple more of my packages today with my larger amounts that I bought. But there's not one scent that I have bought from her that I hated. Like, her scents are beautiful and also unique. And I think with all of these companies or all these vendors that I've bought from, they have such unique scents. Like, they're not the basic scents. Like, they do have the basic scents of like, oh, like Bath & Body Works has or what other vendors have, but they're so unique in their own way. It's like somehow they put their own little, you know, sugar and spice and everything nice in it. It's like amazing. So Teddy Bees is on my list, and I'm definitely going to purchase from her next pre-order. I know people say it's called her Christmas trees order or whatever, because she'll add all the Christmas trees and cream, and I'm all for it. I love her Christmas trees and cream. Okay, so my next vendor would be, let's do L3. L3. So L3, this was one of the first vendors I bought from when I started my wax journey, because she was always had anything on her website, anything and everything on her website. And I was like, okay, I want to buy a few scents from her and we'll try them out. So that's what I did. And I love L3. Her pricing is affordable, which all of these are pretty affordable that I have purchased. Lavender Speckles, she's affordable. Teddy Bees, I think she's like $6 or $7, the lowest amount. And then L3, I think it would probably is one of the cheap ones. Like, her stuff is like $4 to $5. Till you get to the loaves, they're more, obviously. But yeah, L3 was one of my first vendors. I think they'll always have a place in my heart. I don't always purchase from them, because when I first started wax, this is the vendor that I purchased most from. So I'm trying to get rid of some of hers, because I do have a lot of older wax from her. But again, I enjoy her blends, and I will continue to buy from her. So yeah, the fifth vendor was hard for me to choose from, because there was a few of them that I'm like, I want to mention them so bad, but I either have low amounts of them, or they're not all easily accessible all the time. So the person who takes the fifth spot would be Scoopable Wax. I love her wax. I know this is Rose Girl's mom that makes these blends. I want to say that I have purchased from, since I found her, I purchase from her every now and then, because she'll have some blends that Rose Girls doesn't have, and I'm like, and she'll say, oh, I'll make it, and then I go to her website and buy it. So again, her wax is pretty affordable as well, and it performs great in my house. Yeah, she took my fifth spot. And that's 4. Excuse me, that's 4. My fifth spot is Sassy Girl Aroma. I totally skipped over her, so I talked about her. Sassy Girl Aroma is my fifth spot. Her brittles are $11.55. I would say she's probably the most expensive out of this group, but her wax performed great, and it's very unique. And any blend, and she's always accessible. Every Friday, I won't say every Friday, except a few, she'll say she's gonna, skip over, but most likely every Friday a pre-order. and she will make the blends that you request for. And yeah, she's one of my favorites. And like I said, the brittles are $11.55, but you don't have, like, if you have a lot of warmers in your house, now I'd say you probably get through half of this brittle. But if you don't have a lot of warmers in your house like I do, I have like maybe 5 or 6, and you use like 1 cube or 2 cubes in each warmer, you're not going to get through this, you know, very quickly. So that's why I said it's a pretty good price point for the amount you get, because you're not going to use all of this in one go. Okay, honorable mentions. Here we go. Brittascreepytreasures. I purchase from her every now and then. I'm not always on her website being like, ooh, what does she have available? I want to know. Because I think she has the best fall and winter blends, in my opinion. I did buy a sampler from her when I first started purchasing from her, because I was like, I want to know what blends I would like from her. And there was a few. This one was one of the samples I got with Sammy, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And I wish I could get a loaf in this. That's why I haven't used it yet, because I want to get a loaf. Every time I go in and get a loaf from it, it's sold out. So this is probably one of her popular blends. But Britta's is one of my favorites. I just want to give an honorable mention because I don't have a lot of hers, but I want more, you know, because her waxes form great in my house. And she does have another scent, the Blob, I think. It's like strawberry white cake and something else. I don't know. It's a strawberry cake blend. It's so good. It's a powerhouse. And she hasn't offered it. I think she has offered it, but I just haven't seen it. But I kind of want her to bring that one back as well, because I would definitely buy a loaf in that. And yeah, so I'm still trying out her wax, but I just want to get an honorable mention because I think she's going to be another love for me to buy from. And then another honorable mention, she's not easily accessible, but I am on her Facebook group for friends and family to direct message her and buy her wax, which is the melted mousse. She's very sweet, and the reason why, she used to have a business that she had her own RTSs and pre-orders and stuff, but she started a full-time job, and she said she's just not going to be able to have that time to make large amounts of wax. So she made a friends and family page, so she only accepts, a few requests. I don't think she accepts everybody, but I was lucky to be accepted, and she's so sweet, so kind, and I feel like I'm going to blow her phone up with requests, because I've already ordered from her once, and I bought souffles. I didn't buy any loaves or anything because I wasn't sure if I would like her wax or if it would perform well, but oh man, her wax performs amazing in my house. And it just kind of makes me sad a little bit, because I'm like, I wish she would be, be another vendor that would just, I know she used to be, but to understand having a job, having a full-time job, and then kids and family, it's life. You're like, I can't be 24/7 doing this and my full-time job and my family. So I totally get it, but I love her wax so much. This one's Evenings with Andrew. This is Charity Rose created this for her son, and it's a beautiful scent. And I did make a purchase recently. It's on its way, and I got a loaf of this because I loved it on cold. I haven't melted it yet, but I know I'm going to love it when I melt it. So I was like, I have to get a loaf, and I melted a sample of her key lime pie. Super good. I love her key lime pie. Her key lime pie like knocked me out of the water, because I was like, whoa, this is not a key lime I've ever smelled before. It's a sweet key lime, whereas other key limes I've tried is very tart and sour. Hers is super sweet and like bakery, and it's so good. I thought it was perfect for summer, so I got a loaf of that and a few new scents to me. So yeah, those are the two honorable mentions I want to mention, was Brittascreepytreasures and the melted mousse, because I am trying out their wax and I actually am enjoying it. So I just thought I would do honorable mentions, but who knows, like in maybe another year, months or so, I'll have new vendors, but I know for sure one vendor that's not going to go anywhere for me is Lavender and Speckles. Like I said, I will talk about her blends and her wax as much as I can, but like I said, all of these vendors are very good, and there are some new vendors out there that I have tried and I haven't mentioned that I want to wait until I get more of their blends, see how they perform for me in my home. But yeah, these are my top vendors. So thank you for watching, and I hope y'all have a good blessed day. Bye.